Hello and good morning. Welcome to another live stream. I'm Phase Motion, and today we're going to kick off with a new seed for Valheim. Valheim's a pretty awesome game. I've got about 300 hours playing the game. I thought I'd start off with a new tune and a new world. So let's kick off. New seed. Okay, random seed, new name, new world. So the new seed has been started, it's generating the world. Due to the way that Valheim creates new worlds from new seeds, every time they release a new biome, it's better to start off fresh. If you've been to a biome that they are releasing before, so in an old world, there's a good chance that the new biome won't be generated. So when Ashlands comes out, if you've been to an Ashlands biome before in your save, it may be that a lot of the assets aren't going to be there. Happy yak. There we are. And no parachute. This is only the second time that I'm live streaming. I'm still finding my feet with kind of how it works and that sort of stuff. If the audio is a bit weird, let me know, and I will tweak a couple of things. I love leaves in the face. Crappy weather. Hello, hugging. So first things first, let's look around the back of these stones, grab some raspberries. Usually a couple of things around here. There's a rock. A couple of new things we can craft already. You learn skills by using them. So the more we run, the more we fight. some mats. What can we create? It's more stones. Okay. What can we find? The starting zone is usually pretty good. You can usually find plenty of resources. No. And it's also fairly peaceful. Okay, let's head off towards brighter pastures. There we go. And bye-bye. We've got a few stones, we've got some wood. We need a hammer. We need wood that. And now we need an axe, which is 5 more wood. Get rid of these messages. We can build an axe now. Come to Papa. Walk over the drops to pick them up. And let's take a quick look around, see what we can have. A bit of food. This is really good early food. Let's mark our map. Raspberries. Let's find it again later. And while we're here, let's have something to eat. So food will boost your stats. And we're going to look for a nice, relatively open area with close access to trees for building. There's some water down there. That's probably a good place. Initially, you want to build fairly close to your initial spawning location, because later you're going to be going back there as you defeat the bosses. Grab stuff along the way. What does this look like? It's pretty slopey. So that's a possible location, but not really great. Try over the other side. And you don't want to build like right on top of this location, because it will kind of limit where you can expand. It's looking better. There's a structure that we can see in the distance. So we've got some wood. So if you find a structure, they're really useful as an initial starting location, because you know walls are built, there's a roof. Look inside. No chest, but that's okay. Fairly close. I also noticed a tower just over here. Stones. Okay, it's pretty much nothing. Mushroom. So I think to start off, we're going to start reusing this location. There's a couple of boar. We need leather. But let's put a crafting bench down first. So hammer. We need a crafting bench first. I'm trying to remember. Just outside. There. Throw down a fire. There we go. Okay, grab our hammer. And now we don't want that. Grab the icon. And let's just repair. The rested bonus. Things like stamina regeneration. Almost as good as new. check out the side. Station needs a roof, so let's build a porch. I think building of wood. So let's get to harvesting. Get off my lawn. Okay, first we cut the tree down, then we... Ouch. The logs into wood that we can use. Okay, nice. Back. Don't make me chase you. I will. Oh yeah. He'll be back. So let's now build ourselves. Oh, I lost my mouse. A little bit rusty. 2x2 floor. And we're 45 degrees. Okay, should be good. Resources back. And then build the crafting bench again, but inside. Under the roof. Back until it turns red and then forward a little bit. Okay. There we go. Just repair everything. And we can't do that yet. We need station level 2, which means we need to build a couple more things first. Whoops. Bugger. Okay. What do we need to upgrade? Good question. Used to clicking the middle mouse button. Right. What's going on there? What are we missing? Oh, wood. Strawberry. Raspberry. Okay, you want to play? Resin for torches. Okay. Can't see much. Probably the right location. Should have enough for a torch. Let's put something indoors. Put them up there. No. Put a bed down. We have a loose one. There we go. There we go. Need the roof. Mm, 45-degree. Okay, new day. Day 2. The saga continues. So we have all of those. Axe, hammer, hoe. Can't upgrade those yet, so we need to upgrade the base. None of those are going to be pretty useful at the moment. Bit of food. Do with a storage box. Food together. What are we missing? 10 wood. I'm here looking great. As you can see, knocking down a tree will create full damage for other trees as well. So with the right location, you can actually knock down good chunks of forests. There are some interesting playthroughs that people have done where they plant trees on an incline and then start chopping down trees from the very top, and it kind of, they roll down the hill and take out the other trees. This is an altar that you can use later on to summon the first boss. Hunter's Kin basically means we have to kill other deer, collect their trophies, and then we can drop them on the altar and summon the boss. We'll do that fairly soon. First we will build up our base a little bit, and then get a bow. Okay, let's get a storage chest. Okay. That looks good. We need more feathers for creating arrows. Should repair our tools. Get free repairs in Valheim. Pretty useful. Get rid of this tree stump. You get a small amount of resources for clearing out the stumps. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer them. As I said, I'm a little bit rusty, but I do have a lot of time in this game. Valheim has a really unique save system, and it kind of encourages you to create multiple seeds for different purposes. So you can hop into a different seed, which is like a different world, do some things like, you know, clear dungeons and that sort of stuff, and bring them back to your main world. So let's expand the base a little bit. Pick up these roof pieces. Get resources back. And then extend the floor. This is only going to be a kind of temporary base. What do we need here? Double. We'll fix the roof on the inside in a bit. As always with these types of games, you need a lot of wood and stone and that sort of stuff to build out. Seeds and feathers. We should eat something in a second. Back. Okay, 3. Small expansion. There's no auto snapping or orientation, so you have to move things about. There you go. And then once you have the first piece down, you can align with that. Makes it a little bit easier to get things done. What are we missing for the upgrade? So we're missing something that we have to pick up. Let's go and should be some boars around. Yeah. Neat. New crafting recipes. Pretty tricky without a bow. No stamina. Ah. Dagnabbit. Can we get rid of bow yet? Let's try going back a bit. Can't remember how many leather scraps we need. Okay, bow, 8 leather scraps. And we have 2. We need to find ourselves some boar. Come here, little piggy. Stones. When I find a few bushes together, in fact, like like this, I thought there was only one. I'll mark it on the map so we know where to come back to in the future. So bring up the map, use the middle mouse button to zoom in, double click, and give it a name. There you go. Some of the trees you can only cut down with the right equipment. We only have a stone axe at the moment, so we can't cut down the birch trees. We need the next level axe for that, which is in the next age. Looking for piggies. That's our spawn point. Nice find. So deers give us a different type of meat, and they also give us skin, which is useful, and possibility of dropping trophies. The higher tier, the more stars that you see on the beast indicate the higher chance there is of getting something like a trophy. Stamina. Ah. You're scuppered without enough stamina. So we're going to take a look around this area, see if we can find any more boar. Once we have a bow, we have a better chance of snagging deer. And we want to start working on the bow as soon as possible because that will improve our skill. Okay, nice. Got a grayling, got a boar. Boars are aggro, so they will attack you when you get too close. And we will use that to our advantage a bit later when we start capturing boar to farm. Getting a bit dark now, so let's head back to our boar. 1 star. Neat. Okay. Nice. Need to bring my shutters down. Light outside is pretty bright. Fuel for fire, and then build a cooking station. Place it above the fire. Deselect. We can cook. You just press E. Add items. Wait 5 to 10 seconds. You hear the sound as the item is cooked. So now it's cooked. Pick it off. Drop on the next pieces. And there's our cooked food. You can build multiple cooking stations over a single fire, but we're going to keep it simple to start with. How are we doing for scraps? We need 8, I think it was. We've got 5. So we're going to cook this up and then make it daytime. So now we have boar and deer meat. Hover over and you can see that the boost, what the boost is for your stats by consuming that item. You can have 3 food buffs active at any one time. I'll put this in our inventory in our box in a second. So raspberries give you +7 health and +20 stamina. Mushrooms are 15 and 15, pretty even. Meat is pretty good. So 30 and 35 health, but not very good for stamina. Okay, let's tidy up. Keep our inventory as clean as possible. Let's keep that. Don't need see any more torches. So we'll put the mushrooms in the box, and then we'll use those as our food buffs. And then skip forward to the morning. Good morning. Okay, auto save. Let's repair. We don't want to use our leather scraps for clothing, but this is armor we will build in a bit. We don't think I have anything that's worth doing at the moment. Still missing something for the upgrade for the workbench. So now we're going to do two things. We are going to expand our base a bit, and we are going to work on finding some more ore. A hole. Okay. Off into the forest. Yeah, but I'm not going to be able to catch it. There's another structure. Let's have a look to see if there's a chest. No. Yeah. Aha. So this red stone is a really useful stone. It essentially indicates spawn points. This is a spawn point for ore, which will basically mean that around this location you'll find more ore. And around spawn points there's a slightly higher chance of finding two-star or higher star balls. We're at 7. Boars can be tamed, and we will tame some boar a bit later. So, not seeing that many around here at the moment, but we've just found that rune stone. They do disperse once they have spawned. Okay. 8 level scraps. This is probably the good one. Ah, get it off me. Ah. Go for a swim. Freshen up. And there's some flint. Another material for you to pick up. Chopping block and tanning rack. Those are the upgrades. There is fishing in the game, but we don't have a fishing pole at the moment. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I love the style in the game. I don't think you can get the fish with a club. But they can jump out on their own and beach themselves. You can just pick them up. No. Grab some flint, that's useful. We can make arrows, as well as a flint axe. You can usually find flint around the coastline. And those birds that you see there, you can shoot them down, much easier with an arrow, and you'll collect feathers from them. You can also get feathers randomly from trees. I think we can do anything with a club. No, we can get close enough. You can sneak. Press the control button, crouch you down, make you less visible. There's a toggle. Bit of neck tails you can cook. Pretty reasonable early game buff on them. Mushrooms. Okay, so now on that note, I think we'll head back to our camp. We explored a bit. Our camp is, where is it now? Up here, where the bed symbol is. And we'll go back this way, across some land that we've not seen before, to expand the map. As you can see, there's a fog on the map itself. Let's have some food. What do we have? There we go. Ah, raspberries. This is a nice pack of raspberries, so I'll add this to in a second. And here we see some decayed structure, maybe a village. Might find a couple of things here that are worthwhile. Cool. Grab a bit of food. And then check out the structure. In case we have a chest. Decayed bed. Lookout tower. Not seeing a chest in this one, but let's take a look just in case. No. Okay, which way is home? Our rest bonus is worn off. It's always a good idea to keep that as high as possible. It helps a ton with, especially stamina regeneration. So these old structures are pretty good for a number of reasons. You can find chests. It's a good starting area. So you know you've got a roof and walls, so you don't have to collect so many resources to start with. This looks like the edge of a mountain biome. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Go a bit closer so that it's on our map. Although not too high so that we start getting damage from it. There's potions and clothing that you can wear to reduce the debuff that you get. And in structures you can also find beehives. Beehives are a great food buff. You can have them inside your own base. If you attack a beehive, you will get a queen bee that you can use to construct your own hive at your base. And if you look directly ahead of us, you can see this kind of stone ellipse. And this is essentially the remains of an old boat. And we can dig this out. Dig down and you will find gold and treasure and that sort of stuff in there. Which is pretty handy. We're heading back to our base. Okay, here we go. And let's go to the workbench. And we should be able to create the crude bow. Yes. Okay, that's good. Now we're cooking. Let's also create the flint axe, which is better for chopping down trees. Flint knife, but I want to do arrows first. Wood arrows, good enough. Not super, but we don't need too many feathers. which you need for the high level arrows. We need to get a bit more wood. Let's sort out our inventory. Organize things a little bit better. Some stuff off. Gonna need another chest fairly soon. Now I can't remember if the flint axe can chop down these trees. What are they? Birch. No, it's too hard. You basically need the next level axe for that, which I think is it the Iron Age? It's beech. Can we? I don't think we can do oak. Been a bit long since I last played. Beach. Oak, I don't think we can, yeah, can't do oak yet. Oh, there's a ball. Oh, I got a trophy. Pretty good. Light is starting to go. Don't want to wander off too far because the light is changing. These fallen logs are easier to cut than the still standing ones. Got another ball, yeah. Let's start practicing our arrows. Oh, that was wrong. So just an excuse for us to start practicing our bow. My sense of direction today is awful. I need more coffee. Okay. Always try and remember to repair everything. We can create the flint knife. Pick up our meat. And then once this is cooked, we'll check the requirements for building the tanning rack. And I think it was the chopping block. The way workbenches work, there's a few different types of workbenches in the game. But the way they tend to work is once you build the standard workbench, you have access to building certain things, and then you need to upgrade the workbench. To upgrade the workbench, you build a kind of supporting item within line of sight of the workbench. That will then upgrade it by a different level. Let's cook this up first. We will take one of them, but we'll leave the other item to burn. The reason for this is that once it burns, it turns into coal, and that will then open up a few other options for us to craft. So while that's burning, cooking station requires two wood, but that's not what we're after. We're after a chopping block or a tanning rack. So we need flint, leather scraps, and deer hide. Okay, this sounds like it burned. Take this coal, and you can see some new things there that we can build. Okay, anything we can drop off. Wood. Let that stack up. And let's make it daytime. As we climbed into bed, you saw the comfort level. Again, furniture and accessories that you build around your house will improve the comfort level, which then translates into a longer duration for the rest of the night. See if I have an example of this. Yeah, the deer rug. When we have 4 deer hides, we can create the rug, we can put that on the floor, and that will improve the rested bonus. I would feel slightly more comfortable if we had a door on this building, so let's do that now. We're missing wood. So let's get chopping. Before we get too excited about this, let's some food. Let's enhance our base a little bit more, build it out. So what do we want to do? Let's go out this side a little bit. And I'd like to bring that crafting bench indoors. So when I'm demolishing stuff, I like to use a small item. Here we're using a 1x1. It helps prevent mistakes on building. I'm going to put that. And this. I'll keep that one there. And we're going to expand that also in that direction. Those pieces. And now what we're going to do is we're going to raise things off the ground a bit, I think, and kind of make this a bit more suitable for what we're after. So I start with a single piece and then use that to snap against. And we snap into a good. Grab a floor piece and there we should. There we And in Valheim, it's a good idea to build in threes, just to make roofing a bit easier. So let's use a bigger pole to snapping. Now, as we're building out, you can see that some of the items are different colors. This item here underneath the beam is green, and then this one is yellow or yellowy orange. This is because the beam is further from an anchor point to the ground, and therefore anything you build against this piece is going to be less supported than the others. Eventually that changes into red, at which point the thing will be fairly unstable. Crouching down. But what you can do is you can then attach and now you see this item is green because we attached that post to this end of the structure and anchored the item to the ground. I'm still, again, I'm a little bit rusty when it comes to playing Valheim, so move everything across in a second anyway. Building off the ground. Then there we go. That's looking a bit more robust. Running short on wood, but we do have some in our chest. So one of the other reasons that we reuse the structures that we find is that we can start demolishing them and get back resources from them to begin with. So it kind of makes just things much easier. Let's finish that edge off. Build out some walls. And we can start demolishing that other one in a second. I like to build walls that are 1.5 high, so it doesn't feel quite as claustrophobic. So now let's reclaim. Launch that. Get all this stuff back. There we go. About where we're going to put the fire. Build some stairs and a nice door. Across the doorway. Needs to get through. It's a lip. Yeah, could jump. 9 looks because of that. No. Okay, let's put some roof on. We're going to extend back in this direction a little bit more. So and then we want that piece. To clip to the edge. It's not clipping at the moment. Let's use this. Get a bit of paint. It didn't work. Okay. I think I need to build a ladder. There we go. Usually at this point I find that I'm running out of wood. There we go. And then once you have one of those pieces down, subsequent pieces are usually just much easier to do. That is probably a terrible piece to put in. There we go. And let's try to make sure it's not completely hideous. There's another content creator, Firespark, who makes absolutely fantastic Valheim videos, especially around building. Okay. trims off. And all this stuff inside. By building off the ground, you don't have the grass creeping through. And let's come out just a little bit more. Start off with furniture, and then we can transfer everything across from here. Back. Same with the bed. In a bed. And you have a spawn point. If you don't have a spawn point, you'll spawn back at your original spawn location. Bed is too exposed because we need a block. Control click, yeah. That's probably okay. Put that back. Move our workbench inside. Your crafting bench has a radius, outside of which you can't do crafting anymore with it. But you can place down multiple workbenches. I think we're full. And expand the radius that way around. Yeah. This is our weight limit, just here. Okay. And let's finish off this a bit more. Expand it out in one more square. And then just and let's just keep it simple. Snap roof piece. Snap. There's one. Two. And let's put something up here. Okay. Close the door, and yeah, we're good for now with the bed, and we're good with the workbench. Now the only extra thing we will need is a fireplace inside the building, otherwise we won't be able to sleep. So that can be inside the building, or it can be next to the building. It has to be within range of your bed. I'm trying to remember what is the best way to do a chimney. Are we going to be in range of the bed with the fire there? Needs a nearby fire. So as a quick fix, because it's fairly dark, we're going to create a fire outside next to the building. Where are you, Misk? We need more fire. More stones. Do we have a pick yet? No. That's not doing any good. Not doing any good either. It's bad planning. Just bring out the torch. Okay. Actually, we can just demolish this fire. I don't really want to wander around in the dark. Like that. That. Grab the stones. Okay. Got a fire that is near the bed. And we should be able to sleep now. Yeah. Aha, let there be light. So today we need to build a fireplace. And I'm just trying to remember what is the best way to build a chimney. And I think to do that, it will make sense for us to make a better fireplace. Let's do that now. Do this. Build out a floor piece. I think that's it. Give it a bit of support. We can build a fire there. That is red. What's that red? Is that not big enough? That's what am I missing here? Invalid placement. Is it not big enough? Or can we not build? I thought you could build on the floors. Maybe we need 2 spaces. It has been an age. I think you can build it on logs, but we don't have access to logs yet. So what we can do is the second option, which is we go inside the building. put it on the... That's not a good place to put it. Because we need a chimney place. So let's fix the floor. And we want to enclose this and give it a roof, because we want the smoke to ventilate out, not get within our house. If it does, then we will get smoke damage. Which is one of the nice features of this game, is the relatively realistic mechanics that they have in place. And we will need a roof to protect it from the elements. Aha! Ikea rallies the creatures of the forest, which means we have an invasion. So first, let's make sure we eat our food. Okay. So they will now attack us and our structure. We have a spawn point. The nice thing about this is that we get plenty of resources. If you bring up the map, you'll see a red circle indicating where it's happening. I can post a link in the video description a bit later on the mechanics around the invasions. At the moment, because we're pretty new, we don't have anything kind of massive attacking us like giants and that sort of stuff. I think it's just the small life forms. But the nice thing about this is the boar. Because we get lots of boar meat and this lasts for about 120 seconds if I remember correctly. So yeah, creatures are coming down. Any creatures that have aggro at the end will still attack, but no new creatures will spawn. In the early game, it's pretty easy, but later you do get giants attacking. Grab the neck. Okay, pretty good. Let's go back to what we were up to. And we want to build the rack. Can we build two? Yeah, two. Good. Let's cook the meat. And then once this is cooked, we'll finish off the end of the house. So I'm planning on streaming every day for the next few weeks, I think. I don't know when Ashlands is coming out, but we may as well start progressing towards it. Initially, it's going to be single player, but if there's enough interest in the videos, then I can open up a multiplayer world and people can join. Sometimes the spawning of the items looks like something kind of fell on the ground. It is a pretty crappy location for the fire. Roll click to drop those items in. I thought everything had been cooked. Okay, that looks good. Smoke is going out. Doing for. Bit of a choppy. I can't remember what I need for the pickaxe. There's the snow biome. Come back here, you. Okay, we need to practice our bow as well. Nice. We need some deer, but we also need to see the deer before they see us, otherwise they get all panicky. They do calm down. We need deer trophies. As well as deer meat. Moving while sneaking decreases your stamina bar. If your stamina bar hits 0, then you will stop sneaking. That was way under. Can't remember what the drop off is. I am. That was pretty awful aim. It's been a while since I played, so. There are much better bows later in the game. For those things you need silver and... See a boar. Keep our eye on the tree line. In case we see any more deer. There's one. Crouch. Nice. Result. Deer trophy. Very nice. Can't remember how many we need to summon this first boss. But we need to improve our bow skills. Strictly speaking, you don't need to, but you suffer. The ball. Pretty awful. that was pretty terrible as well. That. Okay, if you press the tab button to bring up your inventory as well as the crafting menu, and then look on the top right hand side, you can see skills, and this will tell you what skills you've learned so far. This is not the complete list, as well as what level they are and how far you are through that level. So we're almost through jump to level 7. Jumping a few more times is going to give us another level in that skill. There you go. Let's grab that. We're doing on weight. Grab that tree. We go. If we can find something else to hunt. So let's head down this way. If I remember correctly, actually let's go this way a little bit more. Because that area is unexplored. As we explore, we uncover... Oh, hang on. There's a deer. Let's crouch. One. Yeah, just the one. Nice. So as we explore, some food before I finish that sentence. We will uncover more biomes. You bring up the map, hover over with the icon, your mouse pointer on different parts of the map. It will explain the type and nature of the biome itself. So here you see we have meadows. Over here where you see the white space, that's mountain. There are a few different biomes. There's the Black Forest, desert, the Mistlands, Ashlands. You always start out in the meadows, which is pretty much the easiest biome that there is. And the next biome that you want to go into after the meadows is the Black Forest. There you can get copper. I think it's the copper axe, actually, I'm remembering now. That you need to chop down the those white trees there. Let's get this green. Right. I'm looking for deer, but boar is just as good. Plenty of leather scraps. What is boar meat? I don't think we found any black forest yet. It's starting to get dark. So let's start heading back in our general direction. I don't remember we've been to this one. Oh. Purple penny. So you use stamina, as I was saying, when you're sneaking. If you stop moving and pause, your stamina will regen. We need to practice sneaking so that our skill improves. And I think on the next new day we will look for the Black Forest. Yeah, he saw us. But we don't have a pick yet. I thought a pick was flint, but maybe I'm missing something. I think stamina is probably the most painful part in this game. I think it's a boar, yeah, on that hill. We've lost our rested bonus. How are we doing for arrows? Don't see any more, so we need to make some more wood arrows. Home sweet home. Need a bit of light. Yeah. Okay. And we also need another. Like all of these games, storage management is something that you need to constantly be on top of. I think I have stones in the upper. Yeah, we'll take the stones out, put in the scraps, deer hide, resin, keep the stone, flint, take out the resin and the coal and put in the trophy, and that. Cook up our food. Early game, the food is basically raw or cooked, but in later game, you're able to combine ingredients into higher level items, which give far better stats. Okay. The last of our food items. collected everything. And let's make it day. After I stream today, I need to look at my OBS settings. I have a 20-second delay on the stream, and I get the audio coming back after 20 seconds as I kind of monitor, and it's a little bit confusing. So I'm now looking at the map. This is where we are, and I'm just checking to see if we have uncovered any other zone like the Black Forest. We have not. We have mountains here, but we've not really explored up in this direction. So today we're going to head in this direction here. Actually, before I do, I should make some more. And I do need to fix that. There we go. Thing. So we're going to hunt for the Black Forest, and we're also going to hopefully pass a stream or another coastline, so I can get more flint, and then we can get the upgrade. Food buffs are running out, so let's eat. Bring the arrows off to one side. There we go. I do distinctly remember my very first playthrough in Valheim. Being very close to the Black Forest. And kind of wandering in thinking, you know, I've managed the meadow, the Black Forest is not going to be an issue. I knew nothing of the game, and yeah, I got my ass kicked pretty quickly. I very quickly worked out the tactics that were needed to survive much longer in that biome, but yeah, initially it was pretty rough. Because I was so new and I knew absolutely nothing, I went in looking for copper, because I understood that was what I needed to get next. And I couldn't find any. And I had like zero idea of what I was actually looking for. So every rock that looked different, you know, a bit of moss on the rock, I was digging away. Hilarious. Remember to run over the droppings. Pick them up. You can also see the name of the biome if you look in the top right hand corner of the screen on the minimap. You can see that we're in meadows. If you are exploring, and this game is really into exploring, then you can also see the fog of war, so you know where you haven't been. It's a nice quality of life aspect of the game. Some raspberries. Yeah. I think dandelions are used for cooking. What? So we're still in the meadows. Let's head in this direction. We've not been here before. This is probably worthwhile adding to our map. The different biomes have different colours on the map as well. It's another visual indicator that you can use. Good shot. Again, we don't really need to use the bow on these. It's pretty easy to get them with the club or with the knife. We're looking to improve our bow skill. So by my reckoning, I think we might have a bit of black forest down this way. So let's take a look. Hopefully we'll spot some deer along the way. They're not usually on these open fields, they're usually more into the trees. So let's get a bit closer. Looks like a river down there. Is that another boarstone? Oh no, it's the neck. So again, something we can... Raspberries. Mm-hmm. Those graylings are fairly good, fairly easy as well to do in small numbers, but when they swarm you, it can be pretty tricky. This looks like another boat location. So let's bring up the minimap. And I'm going to head more in that direction. We will find, there's a deer. Nice. Deer hide's great for armor. And we kind of wanted to go in this direction anyway. Meadows still. Is that more mountain? Ah, no, this is the Black Forest by the look of it. See, the trees have changed. So if we progress a little bit further, there you go. So let's make sure that we have... There are... Oh! Hey! Now we have a giant. Okay. So let's see if we can take this guy out. Giants will give us giant trolls. Will give us armor, as well as a lot of gold. Oh, what is going on? This is probably a very bad idea. They have a soft spot. Yeah, man. That hurt a lot. Yeah. Stamina. I don't have any health potions. Okay. So we need to watch our stamina. And we want to get headshots as much as possible because that is the weak point on a troll. And we want to make sure to avoid getting hit as much as possible while keeping our stamina up. We don't have a great bow. Yeah. Did badly. So when you die, you get a totem on the ground. You can pick up your stuff again. As another streamer says, mistakes were made. So now we're naked. So there we are. If you look on the map, you can see where you died. There's a kind of death, a skull and crossbones just there, as well as the name of the day that you died. So we need to head in that direction, which is kind of this way. If you look in the top right hand corner, just by left of the minimap, you'll see an icon which indicates no skill drain. I don't remember how long that stays there for, but basically now you can run and pick up your stuff, and if you're killed again, you're not gonna lose any skill points. Otherwise, when you do die, you do lose a small amount of skill. It's random throughout your skills, so you do want to avoid it as much as possible. So we're going to run. It would have been a good idea if I had some food that boosted my stamina. So at the moment we died and we don't have any food buffs active. Make sure we're heading in the right direction. Okay, so raspberry. Good enough. What does that give us? That. Good. It was a bit ambitious taking on the troll. Hey Chaz. Yes, I mentioned earlier I was thinking about setting up a multiplayer session. It won't be today. I'm just recovering my memories of how to play. It's been a while. I have like 300 hours in the game and I feel like a newbie at the moment. But maybe in a few days I'll set up a multiplayer and we can have others join. So let's head back. And we have our troll, Bill. And our things, let's draw him away a little bit. Chase us. We want him to kind of come to where we are. We want to keep us as possible. Run back to our totem. Press E. That will recover all of our items. There is the troll. Okay. Terrible shots. We have pretty crappy arrows as well. Nice. Our stamina is pretty awful though, so you can use these stones to create obstacles, and therefore you can sometimes get the troll or the mobs trapped. Not really trapped, but kind of you know, focusing more on their pathing. So it can buy you a bit of time. Some food. It's easy to make the mistake of running all the time to stay away, but then you have no stamina for combat. You're going to find that balance at the sweet spot. Use this tree. It's nice now that Valheim has released the Xbox version and crossplay. One other trick is that you can get big beasts like this, trolls, to break down trees and rocks and that sort of stuff, and then you can harvest the materials later. It worked for a lot of the stuff that you can harvest, like copper, silver, trees, even trees that you can't necessarily harvest yourself. Headshots are the weakest point. Down. There we go. So you've been playing just 2 weeks. That's pretty cool. You enjoying the game? Why? Okay. I think we should head back home now. We are here and our house is in this direction. You can see in the top right hand corner that we are wet. We'll dry off in front of the fire and then we have some shelter. But there's a debuff that will impact your stamina regen. They're doing much better with releasing updates for the game. There's a lot of quality of life improvements that they've just released. And there's a new Ashlands biome coming out. And there's one more after that. I can't remember which one it is. But it's at the different ends of the map. Ah, okay. There used to be quite a lot of public servers available. I'm not quite sure how the crossplay works with Steam and the Xbox. I think you need a code to make it work, but I'll do some digging. And yeah, as I said, maybe in a few days, set one up and have people do it. I'll also post after the video some resources that you might find useful on some of the crafting, the different biomes, as well as a map, a web-based map that you can use. You can plug in the seed that you're using on the world, and it will kind of tell you where the different resources are. buildings and that sort of stuff. It can be quite useful, especially early on. So let's head back to our house. That wasn't too bad. I don't think one death with that troll. Got 5 pieces of armor, 7 gold. Although you need thousands. Ah, bronze. That's pretty cool. I've only just found the site of this world like long ago, 2 hours ago. I've only just found the Black Forest. So when you're indoors, you'll start drying off. You'll see the countdown pretty quickly. Cool, it's dry. Once you're dry, you can sleep. Arrows, 37, so that's pretty good. 4. You start into 3 stone. And let's get some more flint before we can upgrade. Moving to new biomes is can be a bit intimidating at first. The Bronze Age is fairly straightforward. The Iron Age can be a bit scary, especially in the swamp. But once you have been there once or twice, and once you know a few tricks, it becomes pretty easy. Let's make. We do need to do an upgrade, which basically means we need flint. I don't think we have a lot of it at the moment. 5. And to upgrade this more 10. So let's go off to this one. So are you able to build portals yet, Chaz? Yeah. Well, in the swamps, you have crypts. That's where you get the iron from. Mostly, you can pick up it randomly from the outside, but the crypts are basically where you need to go. Okay, good. So one trick is basically once you can build a portal, you put a portal directly on top of the crypt itself. You build a wooden platform, so you can easily jump up onto it. And then once you build the portal on top of the crypt, you can port in and out pretty safely, avoiding a lot of the aggro that you find around. And this allows you to then just farm the iron pretty easy. Now the issue with the game, or one of the issues with the game, especially one that I'm not particularly happy about, is that you can't take raw ores through portals. There are add-ons that you can install which bypass this restriction, but at least in terms of farming it and getting it in a central location, it makes things a bit easier for you. And then you can port out, you can go back and get your arrested buff. come back and do a bit more farming. We need flint. So that's one trick that's quite useful. Another trick in the swamp is that it's quite easy to get circling cores, which you use for portals, as well as a couple of crafting benches. If you take a hoe with you into the swamp, and you find one of the spawning camps for the circlings, what you can do is you can essentially kill off remotely using a bow the circlings themselves, then dash in, and then essentially lower the ground around the spawn point, so that there's water. And then once you do that, when the circlings spawn, which I think is once every 10 minutes, they will spawn in water, which kills them. So then you can sit back and wait, and after about half an hour, you have, you know, a good dozen or so cores. Okay, we're looking for flint. This looks like Black Forest. Cool. Another. One thing you want to avoid in the swamps is the spawn points for the Devere. They can be really, especially the higher tiers. Get off my lawn. Right off eye. Handy. Okay, so ideally we're gonna, you know, we don't really have much on us at the moment, but we're looking for a copper deposit. We can add it to the map. Let's go back in the forest section. Where was that? Here? Meadows, Black Forest is over that one. Okay. Let's go around the edge. Short chat, as I said, in a few days I'll set up a multiplayer so that I invite people. Today I'm kind of keeping it pretty straightforward, remembering the mechanics of how it works. I'm finding my feet a little bit. I've not played this for probably about 2 months, maybe 3, maybe a little bit longer. More recently I've been playing Sons of the Forest. What else has been on the list? Oh, No One Survived. Mushrooms. Looks like more of the forest. And that looks like a grey dwarf spawning camp. It's tin. I'm going to pick for that. 12 flint. Good on our food buffs at the moment. Okay, so that's a grey dwarf spawner that you see directly ahead of us. Now, eyes open for a copper deposit. It's unlikely to see one here because we're still on the edge of the map. Once I find one, I can show you what they look like. Depends a lot on how big this zone is. I would like to avoid another troll. At least until I have some fire arrows. Oh, there's a brute. Not really well equipped. Dealing with this yet. Aha. Thistle. Another really useful material. Still in a black forest. I'd like to find a structure, if I can. Aha, there looks like carrot seeds. Very useful. Do with a few more. Stamina's pretty low. Thistle. Copper. There we go. Okay, I need to add that to the map in a second. If you see a grey dwarf with kind of red head, that usually means it's a higher tier. I need another copper deposit. No, just stone. Okay, we don't have any armor, so it wouldn't be that wise for us to engage this troll. Let's avoid that. You do have to keep your wits about you. Aha! Here is a dungeon for usually skeletons, which means they are going to be in this area as well. Add that to the map. Find a bit of space. I don't really want to fight skellies at the moment. I would like to chase. Blueberries, let's get some of those. Okay, that's good. Another dungeon. I need to go in there soon, but I want to upgrade a couple of things first. And chase, I want those carrot seeds. Yeah, another bite. Let's head out of this area a little bit more. It can be fun playing with other people. I've played with other people before. I've done a lot of it solo. But yeah, I do enjoy playing with others. Which is why I mentioned I was going to do so. Okay. Now, there looks like a structure in the forest. Good. Mark that on my map. But let's not get too close. There's a it'll be quick. Yeah. Ooh. I need to get out of here now. Yeah. And I need to eat some food. Stamina is... There we go. Okay. control if we can. You can draw different mobs together and they will fight each other, which is quite handy. I want to eat a blueberry, but I'm not sure I have a bit of... There we go. Okay, that should be good. Grab this all. Put it in the general direction. Okay, that looks like a little village. It's useful. So here we want to have a check to see if there's any loot within. Aha, chest. Grab those and let's put this on the map. Smell village. Oh, nice. 106. So I marked the village because we can create another small temporary base, or maybe even a bigger base there, closer to the Black Forest, which means it's kind of easier to deal with those dungeons and mine copper. Got a mountain biome just there, so we can skirt this. We don't go too high or too deep into it, then we should be good without either the cloak or the potion that you can drink that gives you frost protection. Okay. Yeah, it can be tricky. I'm hoping we'll find a beehive in one of these, but I'm not seeing one. So I'm not hearing the sound. So the Black Forest that we spotted just now, and that we kind of skirted through and dodged some of the aggro, that was quite a good one. I saw 3 or 4 different dungeons in there. Saw a couple of copper deposits that can be mined. So we're going to head back now towards our little base here, tidy up a few things, and then we're probably going to, once we have a bit better equipment, head back to that Black Forest, find a structure, build it out a little bit so we have a better base, and we can use that then as a jumping off point for, yeah, beehive is great, royal jelly, as well as the raw honey. It's pretty good. And let's store a bit of our loot. You can control click and it will combine items from your inventory into what's in the chest. There is a quality of life improvement on the way with better inventory management. I'm not sure what the current state of it is. Inventory just a touch more. I think we need leather scraps. In addition, hey, Maya. Workbench. Button. What do we need for the chopping block? We're missing wood. As you can see, I'm with this chopping block, line of sight. That should be good now. Pick that off. And now with the upgrade, you can see there's more things that we can build specifically fire arrows are really useful, as well as better armor. We need leather armor. Troll armor is really good. We can build one of these now. Let's build the tunic. And equip. Nice. If you hover over the armor item, as well as the standard stats like weight and durability and so on and so forth, you can see what the set effect is. So when you have a 4 parts set, you become sneaky, which gives you a boost to sneak. It's one of the better buffs that you can get. And what we also need to make is the fire arrows, but for that we need more feathers. Where are we? We don't have a lot at the moment, so we need to hunt some birds. We can make one set, I think, and resin. Stack that. There you go. Fire arrows are one of the best sort of arrows that you can have, especially in the first part of the game. And even later in the game, you know, fire arrows are something that you'll find yourself crafting. Awesome. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw so far, please like and subscribe for further updates. It helps me grow the channel. I need to hit 1,000 subscribers before YouTube kind of helps me out. Liking videos tells YouTube the types of things that you enjoy, types of content that you like, so it feeds into the algorithm. You get better suggestions over time. That's going to be it for today. I will be doing another stream same time tomorrow, and then probably early next week I will set up a shared server and, you know, play with some of you guys. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, have an awesome weekend, and see you soon.